True healing isn't just about feeling safe. It's about finding the courage to create something new from your empty spaces. He returned to the crowds, not as someone lost within them, but as someone looking for the stories hidden inside them. He began drawing the people the world usually looked past: the tired, the lonely, the silent survivors. Sometimes, art can speak into the darkness, long before words are ready to make any sense. Piece by piece, he turned his private journey of survival into a shared sanctuary for anyone who needed to be seen. The room was filled with strangers, but for the first time, none of them felt completely alone. Your pain loses its power over you the moment you use it to help someone else carry theirs. He no longer carried the heavy weight of the past. He was finally carrying a purpose for the future. The city had not become less chaotic, but he had finally found a permanent home inside his own quiet heart. No matter how broken the beginning was, every single day offers a clean blank page waiting for you to rewrite your story. Healing multiplies when you share it. He didn't just want to tell his story, he wanted to teach others how to hold the pen. He taught them that a broken line on paper isn't a mistake. Together, they began changing the face of the neighborhood, turning cold, forgotten walls into symbols of shared hope. The world feels a little less lonely when you realize you can build your own light, right where the shadows used to be. Every connection he made became a living proof that no one's pain is ever completely wasted if it helps another soul survive. Cold seasons of life would always return, but this time, he carried a warmth inside that no winter could ever freeze. He looked back at the empty room he started with and smiled, realizing it was now overflowing with life. The endless racing thoughts were finally gone. His mind was just a quiet room, waiting for tomorrow. You are never truly stuck. You are just a story in the middle of a difficult chapter, and the next page is entirely yours to write. True mastery over your past arrives when you can bind your darkest chapters into a book that lights the way for others. He didn't seek fame or applause. He only wanted them to see that the hands that once trembled in despair could now build bridges of connection. In every face that looked back at him, he saw a reflection of his own. He returned to the edge of the water, to the exact spot where his loneliness used to feel like a heavy anchor. The pages of pain were full. It was time to close that volume and let the rest of the book remain unwritten. He wasn't running away from the city anymore, and he wasn't running away from himself. He was finally just walking forward. He used to believe that isolation was the only way to protect his fragile heart, but he found that true strength grows in the warmth of shared lives. The storm outside hadn't stopped forever. Rain would always come back, but he had built a sanctuary. He was finally awake to his own life. The darkness was no longer an enemy. It was just the canvas where the light would appear tomorrow. Your story doesn't end when you break down. It begins when you realize that even the deepest shadows